turnover, and he's another X factor right here, because if he shows up and he has a show-stopping performance, it doesn't even really matter what ENCE do, right? Because ZOWIE is just another one of those carry factors. And if we can get that level of Counter-Strike out of him and everybody else on the team can contribute, that was always the recipe when we were talking about Vitality. ZOWIE up here, if everyone else can just chip on in, they're going to win the game.
There it is. Let's get this game started. A little chef kiss for you there, Alex, as we get into the action now. This one you've been excited for.
I certainly have, Henry, and it starts on Mirage. We think Vitality have got this one in the bag, but up against them is no slouch. It's ENCE, and a reformed ENCE with some form to back it up. Will they be able to do what they've done without X7 with him, though? It's a bit of a weird time to be an ENCE fan, but they have been picking up their victories and even taking down Dignitas, which is a full 3-map affair in their recent battles. Let's see how they fare versus the Vitality squad, whose CT side, ZOWIE included, has been impressive. It's the T side which has left something to be desired.
I'm interested to see what ENCE can put down here. This team has been for a roller coaster of emotions over the last year, looking to find some success here on the streets of Mirage. That's a great start. Aerial will crack open a big bomb side, but not very clean on the second. That's going to allow Shox and his boosted position in towards the fray now, but it's an A-sided attack. Sergey, he'll be getting this bomb planted. It looks like this is very good for ENCE now. There's a kid in the smoke for Shox, but they're so far removed from the scenario right now.
Looking very good for the Finns. Number advantage and that bomb ticking away. They've even got a flank they're working on with X7. He doesn't have to rush too much until they have the image of this retake. And you can see that Apex was desperately waiting for that flank to show up. But now RPK, if he gets a second, they're on. But Sergey taking one before the fall. Kit closing the gap now. Apex onto the site. Smoke is down. This is going to get difficult, and it is even more difficult. Now they'll take it unless he can hit the most ridiculous. No, Shox has got it. Defuse in the smoke. That's a tough and bitter pill to swallow.
Goodness gracious me, that is a gut punch for ENCE. They had to work so hard for that one as well. The tactic, Chad, it went perfectly. They managed to get in towards B. The initial kill is there. Sure, the second would have been fantastic, but enough was done. Rotations were coming over. Bomb planted, and you'd think ENCE at this stage, with the long rotations coming through, they should have the upper hand, but no, it's all shut down. The tank arrives on the scene of the crime. 2 kills to his name, and Shox now full defuse in the 1 versus 1. 5 seconds to stop it in a deep with the Glock in hand. Was never going to happen, so they're going to have to force by themselves here. It's actually a pretty promising one, considering we're down to the 1 versus 1. So 2 AKs, a Galil, utility, and Deagles as well. This is like a full gun round.
It feels like one, doesn't it? Good grief.
That's wild. This is I know a world I never thought I'd see 10 years ago, Chad.
Just to quickly look at the top left, ladies and gentlemen, they're playing retake B. Now, B executes are very common on the T side. So you can see there with Russia's lovely new camera that they are playing deep within the B bomb site. So fortunately right now for Vitality, the attack will be over towards A. That's where they have 2 players on the bomb site, 2 towards middle. ZOWIE is just clearing the top now, gets a bit of free information, and they could start hedging if they wanted.
Smoke start to rain in, and a response from the CTs is to smoke ramp themselves. A counter smoke of sorts, a second as well, blooming towards the Palace. Somewhat of a double pump, though, because they are still committing. Out through the smoke, and that nade has already done great damage. Masuta with the MP9, swinging in was Shox. 3v3. Those pistols will be upgraded off the fallen comrades. 6-7, happy to take the AK and a smoke now. Will they be able to get across to the site? It doesn't look like it's going to be easy.
Certainly doesn't. Apex will be there with the FAMAS. RPK rotating in, found through the smoke there. Ali with the silenced M4 gives him the edge. Boosting up on Sandwich at this point as well, but spotted. Apex knows there's 2 players there now. And he's ready for it. 20 seconds remain, and this is a big kill. He can't convert, though. ZOWIE certainly capable of winning this one. Low HP in these last 2 remaining players as well. X7 covering as he plants the bomb. Ali waits towards Sandwich, and ZOWIE, she's looking for that opportunity. It never arrives, and the first round for ENCE is found in the second. So a force buyback from Vitality required, but they've got $2,000. A very difficult position they find themselves in now.
That was really good from Ali, right? He didn't really have to move once he got that sandwich position. He killed RPK, trying to enter onto that site there, and was able to take down the final member from the same position. So nice and easy stuff. And they will get themselves in a very good position here because, as I was about to say it, Vitality were saving. They've limped on in last minute with some pistols, a little bit of utility behind it. Let's see what they can do here. Masuta up close and personal with that Deagle. There's definitely a gap in the side of that smoke.
No one's interested just yet. They're doing the full AX again. At least the smokes are flying through. Shadow advantage, this could be the bait. They've seen one disappear, but they will be thorough. The flash was good, but it caught Misuta and enables ENCE to find not only 2, but 3, make it 4. X7, as he continues to burst into the site, will add another double to the list and just a single P250.
Very clean round here. Shox with $1,400 and only 4 HP, taking absolutely everything in his direction. Somehow only took 1 damage from that Molotov. It will be the Mac 10 to close things out. He'd have been better off going down to the flames, to be honest with you. X7 gets $600 for that kill. So, the Force Bite not successful in any capacity there. Vitality will be down to a full eco, and it's X7 who gets 3 kills in the round there. Fantastic work with the Mac 10. More of that required as we go into round number 4. Nothing really can be purchased. Maybe a flashbang on the CT side at the very top end. They go for a P250.
It's tidy stuff from ENCE early, right? It's been simple approaches, just executes onto that A bomb site.
Like, bear in mind, though, that pistol strategy, it was spot on. They actually executed it perfectly. It was just the closing frags and a full defuse in the smoke that let them down. So far, so good on Mirage. Actually looking like a much different team.
Same smokes, same exec.
I love that bug, isn't it? Just wild how that still exists.
The gravity-defying stickers. So they get their access to the A site, but in the smoke, that spray is doing it all. Sunny, he barely saw a single one of them, but he gets 4 kills just through the smoke. He can't believe his luck.
You said his name, Alex. This was the map that he was probably the most well-known for when he was on that Mouse Sports roster, right? And we always talk about Crims as the king of connected. Well, Sunny was always around the jungle and connected position as well, and he was very, very potent. So if he can have even half of that level of performance that he used to do on Mouse Sports, you get Alu, Sergey there hitting their shots as well. We know that there is skill on the ENCE roster. What kind of... you know, put the majority of the public off was the lack of leadership. So now that they think they've fixed those woes, might have a chance to get back into this. But Shox is on the AWP. He is. I saw he didn't force buy in the second round here, Chad. This has got to be a new adjustment. They didn't do this out of a spawn or anything like that. He saved money to bring this AWP out. He had $1,400. He has used the AWP before, but it's always been underwhelming. Teams of Kenny S, he'd bring out a secondary AWP on the T side of Dust 2, for example. Always found it a little bit problematic within his lineups, but once again, he goes down. There's no trade potential. It's an easy kill for ENCE, and they're looking for a 4-1 star here.
Very exposed position.
It was extremely exposed, you don't mind me saying,
I'm
Alex.
desperately trying not to be...
It was. And I feel like he's put the pressure on himself. He wants to prove himself as an AWPer. And that particular play, like, it's unnecessary, right? There's no reason to go for that. It's a very high-risk maneuver. So is this one, but a bit more required from RPK. He knows he has to pull a kill back, and he'll do so in a very effective manner. 4-on-4. We're looking towards a B bomb site for now. ENCE will have 1 smoke available. It's going to be more of a contact play here. Try and get a quick frag, then explode all over the site and see if you can catch rotating players. There's the contact, and they're going to have to commit to this, but RPK looking strong as ever. He's dropped the bomb now, and with only 30 seconds remaining, it looks like he's done more than enough here. Beautiful stuff. It's an ace from the old boy here. He's still got it, and he picks up an AK-47 for his troubles.
That is, I mean, the dream, especially if you're shocked just watching it from RPK's POV, as your mistake does not have any follow-up ramifications. Happy to convert the second, 4 of them not having to rebuy it as well. That's the dream for the CT side, to get a little more comfortable. And so we'll be venturing into the 6th round of play at AK as well for Shox to take into the next. Nice treat for him.
Now, he got an ace right there, and so I said before that in Australia we called dinks binks. Well, we called aces TTDs, team takedowns. That smoke missed.
Thank you for following it. Wow. We get the answer to the question of where it goes. The answer was nowhere.
I've seen teams throwing that successfully from spawn.
It is designed to go where, like the entrance to B apps, which is what that camera, I assume, is for Rush. Rush is pressing that button to help us communicate that. Thank you, Rushley. Run boosting into middle. Zowie wants to contest this. Oh, and just straight through the smoke. Sunny spray actually catches Apex. We're off to a flyer here.
Yeah, this is setting up to be a very good game. It's actually good news, in my opinion, that ENCE are winning. I don't want this to get blown out of the water. I don't want to see any 16-5s there. I want to see it be an exciting game and ENCE to show us they're still a team worth talking about. Because to be honest, the last year, I haven't been convinced. Let's see what they can do now. 5 versus 2. Shox towards the window. Struck down by Sunny. That's going to be the round. They are looking much better. This is a different squad.
Yeah, they're feeling quite comfortable, or at least they're looking that way. And I think that opening kill through the smoke, you can't get luckier than that, really. Obviously, he did get the lick of Zowie and then finished off Apex luckily through it. But you'll take those every day of the week. no one's going to be shying away from a freebie. And, well, Masuta now has to do his absolute best to hold on to this M4A4 because there is a very angry-looking Sergey in his own spawn now, waiting to see. There it is. Simple as that. Gets the kill and takes everything out of the hands of Vitality here.
Now, Chad, Sergey is a name that was celebrated for years when this team first started. He certainly has dropped off in notoriety. I think it's fair to say. Would you
Definitely
agree?
so, yeah. So I was actually, for a while there, this was probably a couple of months ago, taking a look at his stat lines ever since the change of in-game leadership had come on in.
Interesting.
And they basically had dropped off a cliff. So the change of leadership over there, it wasn't overblown by the public. Maybe some of the reactions as to the decision of getting rid of Alexi B. We don't know the full story. I don't think we ever will from both sides. But the decision there, it hurt this team. And it had hurt this team for a long period of time because you're not familiar with the ENCE storyline. They were built on fundamental Counter-Strike and hard work, sticking together as a team. And then from out of nowhere, they just removed their in-game leader. And then things started to spiral well and truly out of control.
Well, there we have it. A lovely monologue there from Chad Birch. That's exactly what I wanted. I baited you very well. So it is going to be the eco from Vitality here. I am getting a bit worried for them right now because we know their T-sides aren't fantastic. We've cast them a few times.
Their T-sides are very scrimmy.
Absolutely. The opposite of what we're seeing right now. ENCE have a real solid hold on their T-side at this point. They lost the pistol, bear in mind. And now back in the driving seat. First kill for Sergey. Seems clinical out there today. Area waiting for their action, top and middle. And he'll be just dropping that smoke in towards the window. Just placing that down, letting the team feel more comfortable to get some control. Double spray down for Sergey, no problem whatsoever. 5-on-2, Apex and Masuta. The latter, I haven't even said his name yet. I forgot he's on the server. We need to see him start delivering some numbers here. And the bomb will go down towards B. That's pretty much around, Alex. Can't do much more with this one.
No,
I'd love to, but I can't.
Henry for getting this far. Apex and Masuta make it just Masuta. Will be left to hope to try and find a weapon. They'd have to find a frag first.
What's the best thing you have bought while we've been marooned here in Cologne?
Oh, I got some Parallette bars yesterday.
Oh, they arrived?
Yeah. They got there yesterday.
What are they called?
Parallettes.
Parallettes.
They're like...
oh, like little dip bars.
Yeah, exactly. Little on the floor, and you can do calisthenics through them.
Like press-ups is the plan?
Get myself back in shape. It's been a bit of a 2-week hiatus.
I have definitely... I was saying this to you, Hank, before, but I'll share it with the world. I'm definitely feeling the quarantine chub.
Yeah, for now...
I didn't want to say anything. I thought you guys were getting fat, so yeah. I wanted to say
For me, I'm
something.
just like, I've got no real reason to do it right now because I can't even go outside. I'm pretty happy where I am. Before, I had loads of motivation and ego to deal with.
Yeah, you got to fuel the ego.
Yeah, now I'm just like, you know what? As long as I'm thin, that's fine.
Yeah.
Maintain that.
Sure.
But for now, here we go. Is it a double AWP? Shocks on the AWP again, boys. Double AWP setup is out, but ZOWIE to strike first. So the French teams recently, we've got Amanek who's quite stubborn with the secondary AWP, and now Shocks is stepping into the fray. All right. I'm interested.
Look, if they can make, if ZOWIE gets the room to do this, it's fine. It's just when it's taking it away from ZOWIE that we start to get a little bit worried. Bloody hell, they were close.
Oh, Apex even better. He actually manages to convert that frag onto Sunny. He was lingering in the connector smoke, but unfortunately for Sergey, it does mean that his potency is lost. Coming from Palace when there isn't a distraction up connector does become infinitely more difficult, but he's going to give it a go. And that's the likely outcome. ZOWIE will collect his third frag, X7, just with the AWP recovered from the corpse of Alu.
He has 10K, right? So holding on to this AWP isn't the most important thing in the world, but what is grabbing a couple of cheeky frags here on the way out the door. So with the AWP in hand, if X7 can convert anything just to keep this CT-sided economy at bay, this would be good stuff. So there's a great start. Let's see if they offer themselves up. He's going to change over to the AK. The window's smoke, picking up the bomb. I have an option for a few more here.
Made the steps, knows one's window, and oh, a one tap onto ZOWIE. Gorgeous. He set a couple of frags. Well, that's the couple. Let's see if he fancies three. They say it's company. Well, looks like Masuta was invited to the party as well. 5-3, and Vitality find their first in a while.
I think they say 3's a crowd.
I've heard that.
2's company, but I like what you did. ZOWIE will be showing us what he's made of the AWP there. AK-47s on the CT side, but can they maintain them? It hasn't been the best start for them, but very early days. ENCE will have plenty of money, as Chad described in the previous round. We'll see if there's a pace change at all. 2 smokes towards middle, 1 in the window, 1 towards short, and ZOWIE managed to get 3 kills in this spot before. I don't think he'll find the same success this time. You can see ENCE with a much more tentative approach now.
Ooh. Shock's walking into that one, the double AWP setup.
He seems to like put his pressure on himself to find the kill. Secondary AWPers, that is not the role. You're normally sitting back and picking up the shots that come to you, but Shock's twice now has been found in enemy territory and twice has been removed.
Oh, Sunny, he's been heard, he's been tagged, he's been spotted. So up in window, he may stay. There we go, he thinks better of it. He would have been Molotov'd out of position any moment. So they've got away with this one, and they've even found a frag. So that's Alu being taken down by Masuta's aggressive apps push. They know where he is now. 3 in middle. Sergey to deal with A-Ramp and Halls. A minute left on the clock. This is still doable for ENCE.
Yeah, absolutely. They're going to focus towards the connector position here. They're going to have Sunny in spot, ready to lead the charge, and Masuta and ZOWIE focusing their efforts towards the A-Ramp. So they're going to get full control of that position. Just want to have a stronghold on one part of the map here, as the connector still is a problem. ZOWIE knows it. Starting to reposition.
He would have caught a glimpse of someone. It's Aerial very quickly taken down. Advantage returns for Vitality and ENCE. They've only got 30 seconds to commit towards a site. Another ZOWIE frag finally shut down by Sergey. Now that bomb needs to go down. They don't have a smoke. That Molotov won't get them far. 18 seconds. And the CT rotate is coming in. It'll be confirmed by the X7 plant here. Masuta, he can't contest if he hits that shot. There was a chance. Instead, now an equalizer from Sergey.
This is actually looking very good for ENCE. A dink from Apex might lead to a kill, but X7, regardless, will take one down just before Apex finds him. 2 versus 1, and it looks like Apex has done enough there. He absolutely has. Nice work. Comes right down to the wire there, but ENCE, they'll be giving this round up.
Yeah, that one was a little bit weird, mainly from Masuta, and I think these are probably the young jitters. Obviously, you want to try and stop the T's from planting the bomb, but when you can't, when your death is actually going to equal up the playing field and give them an option to get back into the round, just play to contain, right? At that point, they were on the bomb site. You knew that you had a ramp control, and from there, you would have been able to win the round out in a 3-on-2 situation, but it was a little bit more costly than it needed to be. So here's ZOWIE. Fantastic shots by him here to delay this connector push. He was the MVP to at least give them an opportunity, and then Apex coming on through with a nice 1-on-2 situation. But here we go again, back out towards middle. ZOWIE, he's creeping around this time. Shock still has that AWP. And there he goes. So this is the man we were talking about, ladies and gentlemen. He can take over games.
He really can. It's still a double AWP set up for Vitality, but we've only seen 1 strike so far. RPK to defend the B bomb site here. Drops a smoke, but is self-preservation deployed, and it will be Aerial. Taking down Apex here, but RPK remains strong. He'll flash them off. Have no problem. Shox will get his first kill with the AWP, and they've got themselves a 4-on-1 situation. Alu, though, certainly dangerous when he's been painted into a corner. RPK, though, doesn't have time for any of this nonsense. Gets himself another hat-trick there and gets double digits. The first player to do so. Lovely work.
Get out of B. He's the message RPK is sending.
Absolutely. That's not bad at all, is it? I think the money has been wrecked as well. So we're going to tie things up at 5-5. ENCE, in terms of the loss bonus, are going to be at the 3rd stage right now. You get $2,900 into the next round. And we'll be forcing what they can with the AK-47s here. 2
B hits so far from ENCE and an ace and a triple kill from RPK so far.
Yeah, so the multi-kill's looking good.
Very, very good.
But the thing is, if you look at the stat lines right now, it's being reported into us that Vitality are losing the opening duels 2-8, and the multi-kills 6-10, but the scoreline is 5-5. So, interesting one as they go back to the A execute. No fakes, no silly business. It's 2 late middle and 3 up the ramp.
Well, Masuta with a FAMAS in hand here. He might be tested. They're setting up for an A split. You can see 2 players towards connector. Flashbangs going over. Smoke's already deployed. A jumping shot there from Shoxy. Ambitious to say the very least. His teammate goes down. He is now isolated towards CT spawn as Apex desperately trying to find them here from the short position. He denies the plant. Where's the backup? Alu is supposed to be covering that spot, but still a 3 versus 2. RPK, they know he plays towards B, but he's currently residing in spawn. And that should be it now. RPK will need at least 2 more kills to stand a chance.
Yeah, it's not looking likely, but pushing in, and he's found it. Another chance for RPK. This time, Alu's got tank-piercing rounds. He'll take the 2nd frag of the round and pull home the 6th.
Wow.
Got a bit messy in the middle there. Everything
really
was
did.
looking great from ENCE. So those set pieces that they were doing within the first 4 or 5 rounds of the game were conditioning those A defenders to be expecting when they see all the grenades coming over the river. If the A hit, they're coming. Well, you could see there, it wasn't. It was slow. They came through middle, caught Masuta off guard as the smokes faded. They were able to pick that one up, and we can even see the MAC-10s coming out now. So this one should be a bit of a quick one.
Yeah, you're probably right there. Run boost towards middle just to make sure there's no multi-frag potential on the CT side. They've got that one flashbang potentially. No, they are going for the mid swing, and it's keep your guns out, boys. There will be an ENCE round here. This one won't snowball out of control, but a couple of kills found. It's about what they were worth. Sergey with 3. Last player's Apex finds a deagle. Don't think of getting the 1D. Gets the kill eventually, and it's going to be Apex now with just 32 points of health. AK-47, no chance of winning it, but maybe he can deny a bit of extra cash. X7 and Aerial have MAC-10s, they might want to recover. As we have, in terms of loss bonus, only $1,900 for Vitality next round. So there will be a buy there. As you can see, $1,900 on top of the 3K they have. It just won't be perfect. Although Shock's can afford the double AWP, which he has invested in every single opportunity so far.
Yeah, and ZOWIE won't be able to. So I'll be curious to see how that one all unfolds. Apex holding on to this is very important. I would expect him to drop that AK-47 over, upgrade into another rifle here, and away we go. But that's going to be 7 on the board for ENCE. Now, this was their map choice. Nuke is map number 2, but these are good signs. They're doing stuff as a team. They're trading off of each other well. Their executes look rehearsed. And they're making the frags. That's the most important part here, as you will see Sergey as your impact player of round number 12. They're just going to discuss through the buy right here. So you can see ZOWIE with 4,500 as he just dropped over a rifle, it seemed. He will get dropped the AWP. Shox has got one as well. So it's still the double AWP setup.
It seems like they're doing that thing. It's exactly what G2 do. It's like a new idea they've come up with, and they can't shy away from it. It has to be a double AWP, whatever happens at this point. This is my concern with Shox coming into the team, that this sort of thing could start happening. But either way, ZOWIE continues to impress. Great stuff here from Masuta as well. 5 on 3 to kick things off. ZOWIE, as we find in those opening picks, left, right, and center.
Anywhere he goes.
Absolutely true.
I'm going to push middle. I'm going to take a look Palace. Every opening gambit.
You don't necessarily need the best setups when you've got ZOWIE on your team. He seems like he just takes matters into his own hands. You see, look at the top right, a kill is found.
You listen to what he wants to do. You go, okay, I won't go there.
He's definitely one of those AWPers that would kind of overcall the in-game leader for sure.
Right.
If he says he wants to do something, I would say, yeah, if you feel like you can get a kill there, I'm not going to tell you what to do. Go ahead. See what you're capable of.
A lot of teams as well with star AWPers like a Simple, like a ZOWIE are set up with that, right? The in-game leader will wait till the AWPer gets his spawn. If the AWPer feels comfortable taking that.
Says going for it, essentially.
The in-game leader calls around that.
One classic example of the opposite of that was Skadoodle in Cloud9, right? He lacked that ability. It was always Sean that had to tell him what to do, and they were trying to make him a player where he could have that killer instinct and dictate what he wanted to do with the game. That's what separates a good AWPer from a great one. And speaking of which, here's an AWP right now. Sergey, he'll be removed. 5 on 2. They are locked in towards B.
If he got the flash assist, it could have been somewhat cool from the dead man's hand, but no. Instead, it will just be Sunny. And the bomb is within arm's reach. He's got the time to retrieve it, but I don't think he has the time to do anything else with it, unfortunately. 4 players, all hearts still beating in the Vitality jerseys, and he's just looking to try and catch a couple more on the hunt. This is a lovely angle from Shox. He can just... Wow, great reaction time. Peppers away at Sunny with a shot through the wall. So that does equalize Vitality scoreline just a little bit. Masuta getting that second frag as well. Good to see him adding some more to the tally. But again, within the first 5 seconds, there was a double kill. Worth reiterating.
That's so unlucky for Masuta, right? Well, I don't know if it's unlucky, but once he kills him, the flash goes off and he has to drop on back there. But good flank. And now good stuff. As Vitality, they go up to 6. There's a possibility for them to still win this half.
Yeah, I think so. It was looking quite bleak out there. Remember, they were actually 5-2 down on their CT side, but they've put their nose to the grindstone here and actually looked like a very impressive unit.
I don't ever call things, but I am just saying that with 2 rifles and these pistols, with all of that utility... Oof,
he just saw the arm.
I think he did, yeah. Yes, he definitely did. He's probably going to drop his utility and try and play in front of it as well. Oh, he's got to line up for a one-way. Little rascal. That's a pot shot and a half. The call I was going to make is that this is a very losable round. ENCE could totally take this.
Set piece potential and double AWPs, yes, absolutely. This is what the force buys with pistols are designed to do. You normally want a wall of smokes, a bombardment of flashbangs. If you get the bomb down, then you can start swarming the bomb site, getting things uncomfortable for the defense. We'll see if that transpires. To counter that, you ideally need a rifle towards Shadow or the A ramp or Palace, which they have got. That's going to be Masuta. So a lot of pressure on him to defend this one. A perfect smoke. Just as they're throwing their smokes as well, they have to commit to this, really.
Yeah, look at Sunny. Oh, gets out of the Molotov. Thank God, his smoke is integral. It's the only one they've got. Don't want to be losing that one, and he wouldn't have been prioritized over the Molotov either. Chance for Masu to get caught out here, and that's Sunny gone. Another one found. They keep it level. Perhaps ENCE have still got something to say about this, especially now that Shox has gone down. Oversteps the mark a bit.
This is what it's all about. They wanted to find that pick. They have the man advantage, and they've recovered an M4 as well. 4 versus 3. 22 seconds remaining to get that bomb planted as they wait for mistakes on the CT side. RPK to be challenged first, looking for the cross. He gets plenty of targets, so Sergey will best him here as a P250 does do swarm the bomb site, but Apex holds, and there will be 10 seconds remaining. It doesn't look like this is possible now. That confirms it, and it's a beautiful shot to close things out. ZOWIE, he'll get the final kill, but it's Apex who are 3 in total to get Vitality 7 on the board.
Close, my goodness. That was the force buy, though, from ENCE, so this one will be a little less stressful for the final round of the first half of the second series of our, what day is it, Chad?
I think it's day 13.
13 days of ESL 1 Road to Rio so far.
It is a lot of games. It is a lot of Counter-Strike. There's obviously a lot to cover. What do we have? 6 different regions, 56 different teams. I was doing all the numbers at the start. I've forgotten the majority of them so far. But this is the limped on in buy from ENCE on the final round with a 2,400 loss bonus to finish the half. It's just going to be an A set piece. The smokes come out, the flashes to follow. Can they get anything done?
He's just jumping for the info and he gets a lot of it. Will smoke himself off. That's interesting. He knows they want CT and, well, they'll take it by force. Bomb down. This is kind of what they wanted in the round before.
It is exactly true, but this time it's a 4-on-4 instead of the man advantage for ENCE. This shot has to connect for Sergey, but the flashbang is overwhelming. X7 pulls one back in. He's recovered the M4 as well, but still, it looks like such a great round for Vitality until that kill comes through. It's up to be down to ZOWIE at this point. X7, 2 versus 1. Flashbang comes over, has to find a quick kill here. They're going to touch a bomb momentarily, but he holds on. The mercenary of the squad now looks like he's done enough, and he absolutely has. It's a resounding finish there for ENCE. They go 8 and 7. They're back from the dead, ladies and gentlemen. We'll take a halftime break and see who concludes Mirage.
heart into something gold. Knew I sold my soul to the devil long ago. I rode it all along on your wave right before it broke. Time was thrown down the well, so I let you go. What I do right now, what I do
Well, it's 8-7, and thanks to X7 on the half, a brilliant 4K to secure the final round of that first half gives ENCE the edge coming into the second. Mirage is the first map of this series, and Vitality, thank God for Apex and RPK, because alongside with ZOWIE, they have done the majority of the fragging so far. Henry G and Sponge hanging out with me this evening.
Yeah, RPK certainly shut down that B bomb site, but now we're switching over to the terrorist forces. We have got him on 13 kills, Apex on 12, ZOWIE on 10, as they set up a bit of an A fake here. You can see they've set up smokes towards jungle and the CT steps. However, the bomb, that's going elsewhere. That'll be towards B, so this is all a ruse. Trying to pull a rotation over, but nothing as of yet. But X7, he will be making his way over, and Aerial is thinking about it as well. But I hear a footstep now. You know they've dropped in. He's calling for a bit of backup here, and here we go. First kill delivered by Aerial. That second, not going to be his.
Close. Apex down to 38, and Alu looks like he's doing great work from short, and a long-range dink from Apex. Sorry, Bink. Nice work onto that, but I won't be able to find any more. X7 doing the work, and now 2 versus 4 does look very difficult for Masuta, only more so now. He's gone. Shocks with no armor and a flank. That's something, but it won't last long. As soon as he pulls the trigger, oh, never mind. He doesn't even get that chance. He's been spotted out by X7 in the tightest of angles. He finds another 17-7. The man's got a statement to make.
Yeah, I asked Sonny what X7's been doing while they've been playing with Jumpy. I guess he's been practicing because he had 17 kills to his name, right? He's leading the way for his team at this point, and that's not something that you would expect. That's not something that you'd look for, especially considering the circumstances around that camp at this point. Sergey should be your star. Sonny should be in there up in the top 2, top 3, and then realistically, it should be Alu, right? That should be your core 3 in terms of fragging output. But X7 today, he's got something to say about it.
Now, bear in mind, we talked about this Vitality and the T sides in general. From the eye test the last couple of weeks, it hasn't looked fantastic. It's looked scrappy, it's looked like it's loose, which is fine. If your all PLs are peaking, that's absolutely no problem, but I don't know, it's a little bit troublesome out there. I feel like ENCE could have a strong grasp on the second half, and they find the 2-0 no problem, nothing really to report there, but there are AK-47s available in the third, but it will be compromised. Not finding a single kill there on the plant means they get the AK-47, a smoke and a flash at the very top.
I know what you're saying in terms of the scrappy play. If ENCE played like fundamental Counter-Strike, right? If they, you know, get down all their protocol nades, their Molotovs and smokes early, if they're flashing for each other, if they're not over-peaking, if they're not getting caught in congested areas when the aggression's coming, okay.
Fast A,
I was going to say they should be able to deal with it, but if ZOWIE can open like that, they're going to have some problems.
Yeah, Aerial got a very important duel there. Getting the trade does keep things level, but you're absolutely right. If ENCE get all of that lockout, the scrappiness you'd expect to fall a little flat. Here's a scrappy duel for you. Sergey's pushed up ramp, and Apex is about to walk into the Lion's Den. They'll swing on this. So Sergey goes down. You'd expect the trade, and Aerial does get it, but at what cost? He's got his second kill, and he's down to 7.
You know what happened? They were going to swap guns because Aerial was already low, right?
And the second he looked...
As soon as he looked at Aerial to throw him the gun, the guy came out the ramp. That's a monitor punching moment right there.
Well, 2 for Masters remain. It's 1 minute on the clock. 2 smokes of Vitality here. As Masuta will be joining his teammates in spawn. That's RPK with the bomb on his back. And they're going to smoke jungle and steps again. That's the top of steps right there. And they've got jungle set up as well. So flashbangs to be deployed, as we'll see. Alu just focusing from that window position, but it will be an A split, bomb at A ramp, 1 towards Palace and connector. Aerial will tuck himself in. 30 seconds, and the footsteps, and here comes the final commitment from Vitality.
Interesting that Alu spotted Shocks and actually opted to drop down. He'll continue to apply pressure. That's perfect. RPK's molly does finish off Aerial. And this is an important duel for Alu. He gets both of them. They're both down to 20 and 48 respectively. X7 to clutch again. Certainly doable. But the FAMAS not got the world's best penetration. Looking for a chance again. And just as he waits, he bides his time. The rotate's coming in from Masuta. It doesn't even matter. RPK's got this one under wraps.
Another hat-trick for RPK, boys. 16 and 14 there. That's going to be their first round in this second half, and a pretty successful one as well.
Henry, you know that RPK's into cars, right?
Oh, I do.
What car do you reckon he would drive on the road to Rio?
Oh, a classic, I don't know, Porsche 911.
Okay,
vintage
something like
one,
that.
Like an old school one from the early 90s, I reckon.
For some reason, I can see him behind like a Mustang or something.
Yeah,
you know?
maybe a muscle car.
Yeah.
like 5-liter engine, V8,
Revving it.
cruising. Yeah, I can see that too. I reckon the Porsche. Maybe we'll ask him.
Maybe a Sherman.
It could be, you never know.
Sherman tanks, watch out for them. X7, however, has got a lot to deal with if he did look towards the top of middle. They all cowered in the smoke, and he's got nothing to report.
That's a scary place to be. I really don't envy the Cat player in that situation right there, but Shox is going to get a duel offered up. Won't be converted. Sergey getting the better of that one, picking up an AK-47. Now that's just left the other 4 players of Vitality all around the middle area. They have a bit of utility. Apex is, well, you shoot him in the toe and he's gone. This one's going to be tough if they all go through connector together, Alex.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to be leaving Apex behind. They're walking through this smoke. Sunny should get more than one. He's flashed off. They're looking for the trade, but they haven't fired any additional bullets, and Sunny gets away with another. Now the Vitality squad, they are just separate and low.
Yeah, this doesn't look good at all. It's actually a 4 versus 2, and Alu, he's not going to miss those ones, I'm afraid, and he'll convert the second as well. No problem whatsoever. This is the pick of ENCE, and they're looking much more serviceable on the CT side. That has to be said here. Vitality of 1 round so far. We've already noted their T sides in general are lacking, and you might see some signs of that now. I would say ENCE are the favourites at this stage. In terms of what we've seen on the T side of that first half, they look like a well-drilled team that sorted out their issues, and with the coach Twister behind them as well. I respect him a lot. He seems like he's always in the right
frame of mind?
Yeah, exactly. Right frame of mind for this team. He definitely seems flustered or overwhelmed.
He's a level-headed guy, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's important because there are a lot of youngsters in this ENCE squad. Alu being the veteran of the team, and now I guess you could throw Sunny into that mix. But they're about to get met with a lot of frags. The run boost is good, but Sunny, his aim is even better. That gets 2. Alu wants a bite. He's going to grab a couple. And this one here should be done and dusted, ladies and gentlemen.
I didn't even see what Apex is, like how Apex died. He had an AK. He forced into that one. As the hero, he means he'll have to be operating on a Deagle armor, I suppose, for this one. Didn't make anything.
Yeah, here's what I think that Vitality are doing, right? There's a bunch of ideas in games and stuff that they see and they take them and they want to try them themselves, but maybe the players don't have the same understanding of what's necessary to get away with those kind of rounds. You can see they're going for another mixed buy scenario here. 2 MAC-10s and a P250.
I guess because they've got maximum loss, but it's not next round, actually. It's going to be the follower, so they need at least a plan out of this one to justify it. Sunny with the MP9.
Great call.
We'll see this one. They have no idea. First
They're
kill
about
for
to.
Sunny, but I don't think it's the second. It will be converted. And do they anticipate a second, though? I wouldn't for sure. This is actually quite smart, but the speculative shot suggests they might be aware of it somewhat. Smoke down by X7. He's got control from it all by Alu, who's got the AWP in the window position right now. So he can fall back. So they would have liked to got the clean kill and fallen out of there, but still, ZOWIE and his AK-47, he'll answer back.
So that's kind of channeled them all towards A, and the CTs do seem to be preparing for that event. They'll be pushing up middle, calling it clear, and then surely saying, batten down the hatches, Ariel, we're going to stack up on that A site. For now, Sergey's just watching the Palace position. He'll be jumping intermittently to get the info if anyone's walked out ramp silently. Smoke's over. We've seen these many times before. This has been working well for ENCE. Let's see if Vitality's T side, A site smokes are going to get them equally as far. They've only got MAC-10s. It's worth reminding you. And ooh, interesting boosting over the smoke. It's not going to get him a shot, but it might have got him some info. Nothing spotted.
Bomb is going down for sure here. Beautiful stuff, these MAC-10s. And it's going to be bolting over. Doesn't lead to a kill. Some way, somehow, Sergey lives to tell the tale here. He might have another one as he takes Masuta down at 20. Alu converts it, and now they have the man advantage and then some. 4 versus 2, but not for long. ZOWIE will find his second of the round here. It's very tense. No utility remaining on either side, and no armor or life for RPK. But it looks like ZOWIE is on for the ace here. Can he close it out? It absolutely can. A show-stopping performance from ZOWIE there. Just what you've come to expect from this young man as he sets himself another ace at this point, Chad.
That's a classic team takedown there, Henry. You don't see them every day of the week, mate.
TTD.
No, I thought I would have got a few more giggles. I thought I would have got a few more giggles there, boys.
I mean,
a few more giggles.
The first shot he got
I was
on
still
Alu.
catching myself.
Oh, okay. So he started it so well. These are lovely set of frags that he goes from 1 frag to 4 in the last 10 seconds of the round. That's ZOWIE pulling home the 9th for Vitality. And now let's see if they can string together anything constructive. Looking poor to start it off. A fully flashed Shox does go down. How many opening deaths has Shox got at this point in time, gents?
Shox has got himself 0-6 right now. So
Wow,
That's a good
I
call.
didn't
I didn't
even
have a look
notice
at
that.
Yeah, that's a great call, Alex, because he has, with his AWP situation as well,
Yeah.
I don't know, Shox' career is a strange river. I think he still thinks he's living a few years ago where he is a star player. Seems like he's taking way too many duels. Speaking of which, we have got another one taking place right now. Multiple kills found for ENCE as they look for a 5-on-2 victory here. ZOWIE and RPK remain, and you have to make sure you take them seriously for these sort of reasons. And Galil will find 3 out of nowhere, and RPK keeps it interesting, but 13-9 rings through, and Vitality, their money is broken. My God, this game is starting to warm up. It's been the most exciting half we've had all week.
So when teams don't play percentage Counter-Strike, the games are nuts, right?
Yeah.
Because they're not just like, they don't have wide spacing. What we would see in some of these other games is, oh yeah, we know he's sandwiched. We don't actually have to face him. He has to face us.
And
Oh,
then
he
you
doesn't
see
have the
him
bomb.
walk into a line, and then suddenly 3 people shoot him at once.
Yeah.
Less exciting.
Yeah, but that right there is, let's take him out as quick as we can and let's all swarm him. And look, I'm having more fun, so keep it up.
I'm so down for it. I agree, Chad. This is a breath of fresh air as Alu, he'll continue the fast-paced Counter-Strike here, opening things up with a clean AWP shot. But ZOWIE, he'll show us that he's still ready to fight here. Masuta left with a Glock. The excitement tones down for just a second here. A chance to catch our breath as Vitality are on the ropes now. 14-9. ENCE have got an open runway to this first map success in the best of 3, and Nuke. Sure, it's a pick of Vitality, but I have to say that T-side, Chad, that's really where I noticed some of their flaws and weaknesses within this Vitality squad. Their T-side on Nuke was very difficult to watch at times.
Yeah, and I think that the reason I want to use the word scrimmy is because they have obviously flashes and nades and they know what strategy that they're going for, but a lot of their rounds that are more fast-paced actually are 50-50s. It's a coin toss. Do we beat them there? Will they be blind? Do we have the correct timing? Are they aware of this setup? It's not the methodical Counter-Strike that we've been seeing out of a lot of the top contenders at this point. Very slow stuff. But Vitality, they make it exciting at least. And look, we can't say that for all the big names out there at the moment.
Well, they certainly aren't always playing the percentages, which is, you know, what we often attributed to Astralis on their rise to power, is analyzing the percentage of that situation, and then that's usually in part and parcel of the saving, of course, the economy management that
They
we
love
saw
a good save, don't they?
Astralis do. We haven't seen much of that here. Lots of just straight body bagging.
Well, we have got X7. He has impressed us in the first half, but he's got his work cut out for him in round number 24. MP9 only. RPK on the other side, who's on an absolute tear right now with 20 kills. Oh, what a grenade, though. That actually lands in his pocket.
Turn it off, Green. Give us a pure round, Green.
Let's
Come on,
do it.
mate.
One pure round for the fans, for the OGs.
Right. Well, that Molotov looked like it was coming from Van. I'm going to be focusing my attention
good call.
there.
Yeah, that's actually a very nice observation. You can see there's no real way Masuta, unless he runs through the flames, can find this one.
Bomb down.
Regardless, so the bomb's been dropped. All of their efforts towards B are in vain because now they're left in another 4 versus 2 bomb in a nightmare of a spot, and it's under CT remap right now. Shox with no grenades, trying to avoid map point. He knows there's a chance Alo's is watching the bomb, which he is. They can grab it, though. I'm pretty confident they can knife out grab that, but oof, maybe not with this angle.
Yeah, and look at Sunny's position as well. He's so set to swing. Oh, not! Caught by Alu, though, and so Masuta, bomb retrieval. He's got that far. It will have disappeared. The CTs will be like, where did he go? Where did he go? Sergey will be saying nowhere. He's got the flank.
Screwed.
They don't have to go anywhere. He is, I think, for lack of a better word, yep, screwed. Sergey's the one to do the screwing. And that's 15 for ENCE. So your fears of Vitality's T-side woes, they do seem to ring true.
Lots of things have been dispelled for me here, though, coming into this game for ENCE, right? I was worried how X7 was going to slot on in, if he was going to be able to find that same impact, if they were now becoming reliant on Yampi in the double AWP situation. But no, he is standing tall. He's won some clutches for this team right here. He's looking good. And if you just have a look at everybody on this ENCE team, they seem to be fragging, right? Ariel has the least with 15 to his name.
A rush here, boys. Are trying to close things out with a bang, and Sergey, he could be the one to do it. It's the Galil to lead the charge. And the flashbang is a team flash. Sunny completely wrecked Sergey there. You can see no assist from Masuta, as there will be an opening kill now for the French. It's Sunny and Alu chiming in, looking to close things out convincingly. It'd be a great map for them to pick up here. A 69 scoreline as well against one of the world's best players who's in great form. And there it is, ENCE pick up the first map of this best of 3. They've excited us. They've shown us what they're made of, and it's just laid the foundations for this best of 3. We'll see you after the break.
to you.
Oh, ready, let's go. 'Cause you know how we roll. Let's take it round the world and back again. Ready, let's go. 'Cause you know like I know. We'll take it round and round again.
Oh, I see the signs and I see we're there. And I feel the lies and I feel the sand. Forever hold, no matter if we're cast away. A fire in the dark. I know that you love me when you
We're back, and the first map is all ENCEs. So if we're back, does that mean ENCE are 2? I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know.
We're not sure yet, but things are looking very positive out there, Alex. I have to say, ENCE have turned up in buckets and spades, and finally a performance we can get excited about.
Yeah, easy for ENCE. We should be playing the theme song right now. Everybody's
too many buttons, but too excited here.
There we go.
During the casting.
Sorry about that. Bit too excited.
It's still not 8 p.m. yet, boys. We're getting close now. 40 more minutes, and then you can undo all the buttons. Just keep the nipples.
Can't wait.
Keep the nipples under wraps. Everything else is it's okay. But look, if we're going to be talking about that game right there, honestly, you would have to say that ENCE looked like the cleaner team on their T side, right? Yep. They just had set pieces, and that's all they seemed to do. Set pieces towards A, set piece towards B, and occasionally they had a mid-round. But otherwise, it was quite clean and team-orientated effort.
I think so. Well, that makes sense, right? Because you're bringing X7 in who knows the set pieces. You're not going to have the same chemistry for those defaults, right? You're not going to have the same synergy, as it were. So doing set pieces and the fact that they can't even handle them, keep doing them. It's working out for you.
Now, Alex, we in that game had set pieces all across that we were just talking about, but there was the pistol rounds from both teams almost doing the exact same strat. So we have Skybox ready, and what I want to do is let's dive on into Skybox. Let's show the viewer at home, and what we're going to do is we're going to talk through both of these rounds. So this is ENCE's T-sided pistol. So you can see they're all in spawn right here, and they actually are going to do a fake over towards the A bomb site. So I've moved it over towards A. You can see the CTs there just setting up early. Have I picked the wrong round? There's nades and everything coming out.
Okay,
They've got
right
the wrong round. I picked the wrong round. Hold up a second. Hold up a second.
Can we fix this?
Let me fix it. I can fix it. I can fix it. It's
Alex,
possible.
Any jokes?
It's definitely, it's definitely possible.
Okay, 2 drums and a cymbal fall off a cliff. Didn't.
I fixed it.
There it is.
All right, let's go back in. That wasn't that hard to fix. All right, so we're going back to where we were. I'm going back to the A bomb site. So we can see back here, they're setting up for a set piece onto A. Masuta, he is all the way back towards the CT boxes. So they're doing a similar fake situation that we saw going on. Now, if we head the camera over towards the B bomb site, this is where they're putting pressure on at this point, right? They're putting pressure over towards B. They get the kill over here towards the back of site. And this is where the fake gets sold. The smoke's in the window room. We can go back over towards A. So they're now coming out on towards the A side. They deal with Masuta. They're able to plant safe. X7 even gets away at this point and hides top middle. So this is looking really good. And you can see here that they were able to draw the rotation. And then they did lose the round. They lost it to the retake. But that's option one. What do you guys give that out of 10?
I think that's a solid 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10?
If they got the second kill in towards B, it would have been 10 out of 10.
Okay.
That was the only problem I saw there.
Yeah.
1 second. I want to get the second pistol round going so we can go over that one right there. Give me 1 moment so we don't mess it up in the same way as I just did.
Any jokes, Henry?
Doctor, I feel like a pair of curtains. I'll pull yourself together.
God, that is a classic.
And we're ready. All right, this
school
is
bus,
great,
that
guys.
one.
All
From
right.
the school.
So this time round, we're looking at Vitality's T side. So they're going to head over towards that A site. We're going to focus on A. Once again, there's 2 individuals selling the fake. So this is a little bit different. They sold the fake towards B. These guys are selling the fake towards A. But the A, they don't actually commit, right? So we have 1 player over towards CT spawn. The smokes are going to come over any moment. There's flashes, there's all the good stuff, but they don't actually commit anybody. And that's half the problem here because
And
they
the
can see
smoke
this
missed,
from...
right? Oh, if it's sandwich, maybe not.
Well, they definitely weren't looking for that.
Yeah.
Let me give you the hot tip.
Sure.
Then if we head over towards the B site, now they're going on to B, but there's been no rotation, right? X7's still here in kitchen. Ariel's still on the bomb site. They slightly moved, but they're able to mop this up. And what we need to notice is here over towards Cat. Well, Alu's already rocked on up, and he gets a big frag as they start planting the bomb. So what do you give Vitalities out of 10, boys?
Not as convincing as the ENCE were very ready for it.
They don't commit anybody as part of the fake, and that is one of the bigger problems. That's what they needed to do. Commit some players on the fake, and maybe they would have sold it.
You just got to use your machines, you know, the players like me. You just got to send us into the site first.
Lambs to the slaughter.
Let me die. Let me get a kill. Make it look like I'm doing something important.
Exactly.
But really, the important stuff's happening on the other side. So that's cool. That's a bit of a summary of how the pistols can look better. And of course, we'll run through some of those highlights as well, because it is worth mentioning. X7 coming into this and delivering in clutch rounds, multi-kill rounds, T-side performance, CT side.
I just want to be clear for everybody at home. I don't know what the overall plan for ENCE is. They have a 6-man roster. Yampy is unable to play, as far as I know, in the major circuit.
Yeah.
That is why he's playing in the other tournaments.
Sonny did come on in and say they've been practicing with Jampy as of recently, and it's just for this tournament that X7 comes back in, but he's looking good, so fair play to him. And
it seems that the 6th man in general has improved the team vibe. Nothing was working, and now, regardless of who's in the server, things are working. Was Sonny's sentiment, for lack of an apt and verbatim description of what he said. Still, we should probably go ahead and take a break, because we have got another map around the corner. Where are we heading to next, fellas?
Nuke.
Nuke, which was where we previously had a lot of strong things to say for Vitality. Let's see if they've tidied up when we come back from our break.
What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
To be brilliant is to defy convention and challenge expectations. So Intel will bring the processing power for when it's time to go brilliant. Frame rates that keep up with your reflexes. Brilliant. Fast clock speeds for when you're on the clock. Brilliant. It's what we do at Intel, powering you to master your potential. Will you rise? Intel. Unleash your brilliance.
Last year, we took 2 lucky winners on a trip to Berlin and gave them the experience of a lifetime. This year, we can take you for a trip to Rio. Take part in a series of GG.bet contests for a chance to win awesome prizes and a trip to Rio. See details on the website.
Chasing love in an empty bar. Pour a drink till I make it past. The midnight hour seems to come and go, but I know. Walk on up with a drink in hand, sipping mixes 'cause you can. And all the lights begin to switch off. You're chasing the night, holding on for life, feeling the high, chasing the night, chasing the night, chasing the night, chasing the night, holding on for holding on for life, feeding the high, chasing the night, chasing the night. Hotel rooms and city squares, champagne bottles, drum and snare. The sights and cities seem to fall away when you stay. Locked in love for a night or two, losing sleep just to get off you. Day to day you wanna stay out. You're chasing the night, holding on for life, feeling the high, chasing the night, chasing the night, chasing the night, chasing the night, holding on for life, feeling the high, chasing the night,
Let's take our time right now, it's just a vibe with you. I feel alive, now I'm feeling like up to the fine, will it stand the test of time right now? I need a sign. Tell me if it's over.
ESL 1 Road to Rio is brought to you in part by Intel, Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel, and Gigabyte.
Hi.
Hello, everybody.
Hey.
We're heading to Nuke.
There we go.
We're looking forward to getting this one started. And it's Vitality who are on the back foot. Top 10 team, sure. But ENCE, who previously were very comfortable within the top 10 themselves, have had a fall from grace somewhat. It seems now they're the ones doing the tossing down to the doldrums.
And absolutely true. And we move on to Nuke now. And bear in mind, we've said it already, that
Yep.
T-side doesn't look great. And that's exactly where they'll be starting here on Nuke
Oh,
as
that's
well.
that's why I'm playing this funny face.
Okay, so we do have ENCE, who are very well kind of versed
yeah.
on Nuke in general, right? They're sure. Their results haven't been amazing as of late. Their results have been very underwhelming the last month or so. But trust me, their map, down to the core fundamentals, they can play this one. On the CT side, they could 2-0 this.
I think ENCE are on the up, but whether or not they have enough for Nuke, that is the question at hand here. Team Vitality with the scrappy style, with the looser play, it's momentum-based. If they get off to a good start, if they're able to win a force buy, if they're able to convert this pistol, if they get that first gun round on the board, they can start to steamroll ENCE and their economy. So let's get this one underway as we kick off with the pistol round. Bit of a slower approach here. No rushes on the T-pistol and Nuke. We've been getting very used to that in recent times.
Yeah, normally focused towards the ramp.
Ooh, okay, so this is the Heaven Smoke. We saw Big Clan throwing this one quite often.
You got to make sure you shut out the windows. We're going to use that one at home. A few players have made that mistake, but there's an upper commitment here. ZywOo and co will have full control of the upper bomb site. No CTs at home, so this is the retake setup here. Focusing towards the lobby. Aerial will be joined by X7. And it's a 5-on-5 for now. Kits not available. So they have to get their skates on here. RPK will get first contact.
Flash is good. Zowie was so blind. How is he not dead? He tucks in, and it works out wonderfully. Apex keeps him safe. That nade does a ton of damage, but unfortunately, it won't translate to anything substantial. Bomb's about half gone now as Aerial and X7 advance, and they do start to whittle away at the defense of this bomb. It's all onto Shox. He's had a quiet start, and now silenced once more. X7 and Aerial, they pull home the retake in the pistol.
We need to make this very clear for everybody at home. A big part of why Vitality would have picked into this map is the losing streak right now that we can see ENCE on. Look, with this roster, X7 in play, they have lost a bunch of games in a row here. 16-14 loss to Dignitas, a 16-8 loss to Complexity, a 16-5 loss to Heretics. That is all just in the road to Rio. Then after that, you've got results from the Pro League, DreamHack Open in Anaheim, Ice Challenge earlier in the year, and Katowice. They've had a real bad streak on Nuke in recent times.
So this punish pick, let's see if it shapes up that way. Going to be seeing the majority take their deagles just out to yard. They're going to hope that any one of those CTs is just going to be holding warehouse vulnerable to a quick 1 deag. But look how much liberties they're taking. They know the CTs are not giving them that fight, so they'll take a lot of space.
We call this turtling up in the business, Alex. You know, you get in the shell of Nuke because the bomb sites are, well, inside the walls. You can just turtle on up, play lower, play these passive positions, and, well, hopefully convert the frags.
Yeah, you would hope so. Zowie's got another chance onto Sunny. That nade does look promising, but his teammates are disappearing, and his Glock's not going to get him too far. That's the end of him. Aerial surviving. Nice to not lose out on that M4 and armor, considering 99 damage done to him.
So the guns come out here. No frags found for Vitality in the previous, means that ENCE will have all the bells and whistles required. Here's the replay of Aerial just showing us that it's absolutely fine outside. Even took 99 damage there. No problem. So round 3, you can see a distinct lack of utility for Shox. He did this on Mirage as well. He had $800 and just buys 1 grenade. Maybe he's going in first and feels like his role doesn't need a massive amount of utility. Just throws the close smoke towards outside. That won't do a bunch for them. Aerial looking to send it to defenses there, and unfortunately will be taken down.
That's not going to stop them. 7 trying to hold them at bay. Nade could do a lot of damage here. Does dribble into the toes of Masuta and Zowie, softened up for the M4s of his squad, and he's doing a good job of taking some space, keeping them honest. As soon as that smoke fades, though, he could need backup. This is going to be a single pop flash and 4 people flooding in. Good flash. Drops off. He's surviving. That's all. You just more than you can ask from X7 in that situation.
Great job from him. He's contained him.
Oh, I was about to say, was he about to swing again there? Fancied it, but the incendiary has bought him enough time to reposition. He's choosing the actual ramp itself to reside, and we'll see if this works out for multiple players. He'll do well to even get 1 kill. Flashbang will land right at his front door here, and he doesn't get anything. 5 versus 3. Sergio, the MP9, are trying to defend here.
Needs more than 1, and there's the second chance. It was onto Zowie, but unfortunately for him, it does not connect. A 3v2 and a safe plant for RPK. Alu could tap away at the head of Zowie here, and he does eventually convert that kill. Perhaps there's something to be said for ENCE's retake here.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a foregone conclusion, but very low HP on Sergey and Alu. Even lower now, but it's a 1 versus 1. It's the rifle to try and pick it. Why is RPK looking at double doors?
He's got a nade. This should be the end. He's lining up for the left-hand side, but he swings out before he has his rifle, and ENCE will take it. I can't believe it.
That must have been a miscomm there, or,
I don't know what
some poor information, because he was well known. He was getting frags from there. They must have known he was coming from ramp there. So a little bit of a wobble. Early stages, right? Only 3-0 here. We can swipe that one to one side. That's not a pivot round. That's not going to change the tide of the game. But it's a round that they definitely should have won.
But why is he looking so confused there? Like, it's a 1 versus 1. There should be a clean call. He's lower ramp. That's it, right? That should be the only communication
lower
required.
ramp, you've got a nade.
That's it. And he's looking at the double doors. He looked so discombobulated at that stage as well. They luckily get the bomb down, though, and with 4th stage loss bonus, they do have a buy here, but you can see that lack of utility. No flashbangs ready to speak of. A single Molotov. Outside smokes deployed, and we'll see if this is going to be enough now with just the AK-47s. They can win this round. They're back on track. They'll shut down the money of ENCE as well, considering it came down to the 1 versus 1 before. But it has to be a victory, and it's going to be a difficult one with the smoke down as well. Perfectly timed from Alu. Masuta thought about pushing through, but it would be a guaranteed death.
Yeah, I mean, when you see that smoke, it is a big, fat win. You drop that as they've got down secret, you've just bought so much time.
And it's all down to the timing itself. Had he thrown that a second later, Masuta definitely goes through it, but it's just one of those moments you have to decide, fight or flight. And he chooses the latter at this particular moment. Alu using the pixel gap now just to peek out when one's there. We'll drop the incendiary. You can see that delays them for another 7 seconds. Just frustrating at this point. They've been smoked out, trying to make some progress here. The bomb is stuck with 3 players at secret.
Nice little sequence there, though. That's perfect. They're going to play behind that Molotov. The nade, unfortunately, not doing as much damage as I'm sure he would have hoped. But they've been able to dissuade them from going lower. And now with the time as it is, X7's backed them up. They've actually lost track of them, and this is Sunny's chance.
Big chance. Trigger discipline for a second, and he gets ZOWIE. That's a double kill from Sunny. That's more than he bargained for. Apex, however, quick to equalize, and now into the top site. Aerial's pushed up on Hut. He is the only man on that top site after all of that present secret, and now he's got to find a multi-kill, and he has. 2 of them line up, and a 1 versus 2 has been dealt to Apex. X7 giving him the free fight. Alu, oh, perfect timing. Just as Apex starts to wander, he turns his back and Alu strikes.
The plant again, though. So this is great for Vitality in terms of stimulating that economy. The 3,400 as the loss bonus with the 800 on top is going to allow them to keep buying. ENCE are getting whittled on down, only having 1 individual surviving just there. It's not going to hurt just yet, but that's 2 rounds in a row where it's come down to 1v1 clutches.
Yeah. And that's going to start adding up for ENCE. They still are on packing peanuts if they lose.
But still, there's enough money for Vitality to buy in this. They really wanted it. They bought less in the previous round. They're going to tap out, though, and call for the partial buy. So 3 smokes, 2 flashes in HE. I'd assume they're nading out the door. And time will tell. Apex looking to send it to high heaven here. He'll run through the heart, but they're greeted by bullets and death. But they pull a couple of back here. It's going to be quite a convincing situation. How has Aerial even gone down?
Uh-oh. If Ali misses this shot, he could just get caught out. Finds Masuta, takes his time with it, doesn't rush it, and deep breath. Fill their lungs with air after that close one there.
Yeah, the reason that felt so worrying was because they just did all that hard work to convert 2 gun rounds back to back, and then they almost just lose it to pistols with a rush out the hut. That wasn't even anything special. That was just trying to beat a Molotov.
And the money reflects that situation as well. Dire straits for ENCE, even with a 5-0 start, they will be pretty much fully invested here. Sergey, what grenades will he have? The bare minimum. Auto shotgun for X7, so feeling the burn a little bit more now. Alu does have the AWP, and he's only died once so far. Nading out the door, flashbang towards main, and the Molotov as well.
That's the one that catches the Rafters player through the wall.
Looks like him.
I'm interested to know if he does get caught. No one's there, though, and Apex does catch Aerial. I believe that was actually contesting early on the top side. You can see his kit lying on RPK's POV. So, yeah, just threw the smoke on the squeaky. That's 1 body dropped. A shotgun for X7. Good grief, that's going to be a challenge. Alu feeling challenged outside. He does manage to take down Shocks and reposition.
Has to be careful, though. Oh, not anymore. They've dropped back, so thought he was going to be greeted with a couple more. But as soon as they see that AWP, they think better of it. And they're retooling back towards lobby. They have enough nades to, you know, do like a pop-out squeaky and try and get down the vent with a flash behind it. They could do the heaven smoke. We've already seen them pull that one off. But in terms of utility to make something happen within this mid-round, they don't have a huge amount to be creative with.
3 smokes and 3 flashes. First smoke deployed for a contact play towards Hut, but X7, he's chomping at the bit to get stuck in there. That shotgun, it looks great in that spot.
It really does. Out towards Squeaky
down
and down. Okay.
That's a good call.
That works out wonderfully. They leave RPK up there. That's Sergey's duel, and great work from RPK. And already Sunny's gone down the lower side. This is looking very positive, but this is a chance for X7 to get a kill and an AK-47.
Hang on.
Maybe.
At 2-on-2. RPK, if he goes down here, there's only 16 points of health from Masuta. This is the frag right now. X7 sees it and doesn't get the kill. 2 versus 1, damage inflicted. Alu maybe a bit too far away for this one, but has got the incendiary in a couple of flashes. He'll have to deal with the player towards window room to kick things off. Starts to creep his way forward here, and he doesn't look to be checking the windows, making a lot of noise as well. Masuta will give his position up, and now he knows at least where 1 is. Incendiary towards Deacon. Double switch! Oh! Could have happened there. That was a misplay from Vitality. Why are they lining up? I couldn't tell you, but dancing with the devil there.
Masuta had like 12 HP.
Yep.
My God, that could have gone awry. Vitality, they needed that. They will get off the starting mark here on the T side. And we said it, they were keeping them honest. Clutches, 1v1s, and this is the repercussions of that.
It's a good force, though, because they only have 1,400 as the loss bonus in this round. It's 1,900 in the following, which meant they would have had to have taken either 2 partial buys or gone all in. And the fact that Alu can get out the big green yet again, that's more than enough for them to be looking potent here.
Okay, so outside smokes. If that nade goes now, it will catch one of them, but they do get across. And Alu, he'll be calling that a potential gap. Masuta's already dealt nicely with this lobby pressure. There's only one clawed back, and Sunny has already gone down. X7 continues to push, though, and this aggression is worked out. That's the bomb that's got 7 HP retreating to outside.
Alu's still out as well. If he gets this in transition, Alu can drop the bomb in yard.
Hello.
What's he done that for? Okay.
But ladder, they need to be worried about ladder base right now. This is very good from Vitality.
Yeah, but Alu is watching it, and he's tucked in behind the box. This is absolutely perfect.
So aware.
And now the CTs, they've got the bomb and an advantage. This was all Vitality. They got the first 2 kills, if I'm not mistaken.
But they've lost ZOWIE. They have absolutely no idea on where the map he is. This could be the right play. If he gets up and on silo, they might not be expecting this.
Well, with 1 minute remaining, time will tell. They've got the bomb under their control, and they've recovered this situation for now. Fortunately for ZOWIE, he's still got 45 seconds here. A smoke, 2 flashes, the Molotov, but he has no idea where the CTs could be. He's trying to buy as much time as possible here. He's going to jump up towards silo. Chad said this could be a bit port of call.
Oh, the toes. He's got the toes.
He should get 7 here, but well, you know what? I think his view model might have blocked the view there.
Yeah, I think you're right on something now.
That's going to
I've actually got it set up on my number 3. I can change between left and right-handed models for that
You
reason.
bother? You do?
I do.
That's an extra
Honestly,
button for me.
It's called me out a couple of times. I'm just like, you know what? Just change the left-hand side.
When you know it's a possibility, just switch it. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got that as well on my mouse. And another key one that I think people who want to play Team Counter-Strike, especially if using a Discord or a TeamSpeak or one of those, have a mute button, guys, because your teammates might be talking a whole lot of trash when you need to listen for footsteps.
Yeah.
So get a mute button for your TeamSpeak.
Yeah, I think Chad gave me that tip recently when I found myself constantly going, shush now, be quiet now, stop, cut noise, and it's like, you shouldn't have to be asking for that. You should just have a button you can press.
Yeah, fair enough. That's a good call. I've never considered that. And this is an investment from Vitality, not a full buy. As you can see, his only shocks is down at 0. The rest of them around either $2,000 or $1,000. Masuta with just a deagle, no armor, with 3K. So he'll be dropping the orb going forward by the looks of things. But in terms of loss bonus, $3,400 next round. So they're okay in that department.
14 and 2 for Alu.
Yeah, he's had a hell of a game here. I told you coming to this series, sure, ENCE have not looked amazing, but the last 30 days, Alu has been on a tear.
Oh, did you see the barrel?
He did. Apex is going to get a new slice of life. He's actually going for the dunk. It could be finished off by Aerial as well. That's an ambitious duel, but Sunny wins it all the same. Shox can't believe it. Outranged by the MP9, X7 holding his ground and looking for a deagle headshot. He did clip him through the metal. He finishes it off as well.
Oh, he got a little bit close there, but all starts to calm down now. 45 seconds, ZOWIE with the AWP, and he might as well go for him. You've got the MP9. You don't necessarily want that weapon. He's timed him well, and he'll get the kill. I'm not sure if he's going for the knife there. He definitely could have closed it out a bit sooner. Probably wanted to get inside his head a bit more. Yeah. And we can see ZOWIE dropping off significantly. We've noticed some maps like Vertigo, he doesn't usually turn up. Early days here, but 2 and 8. For the world's best player, it'd be good news for ENCE, the fact he's not firing on all cylinders.
Who do you think is the actual world's best player? No offense to ZOWIE, I think he's a very, very good player, but...
For me, if I had to pick it based on tournament victories and actually contributing to success of the team, Device for me is up there.
What about mechanically?
Mechanically simple for sure. I still feel like every time I watch him, I'm flabbergasted what he does. I don't get that with Device, but in terms of how he approaches Counter-Strike, I love it. I think he's a very intelligent player and does enough to win the game.
And I actually echo that exact sentiment right there. I think that Device is unfortunately probably never going to pick up the best player in the world title from HLTV.org, but he'll probably win many more trophies than those other names.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about at the end of the day, right? The legacy is left by the team, not the player. So we'll see how that develops. But I agree, in terms of individual skills, ZOWIE is right up there, and it was his rookie year in 2019. Absolutely deserves.
You honestly don't have to look further, and I wouldn't say this unless they were as ridiculous as they are, but look at his stats in FPL. Yeah, it's actually absurd, the amount of games he's played in comparison to his win percentage. It's just, in terms of Counter-Strike, the guy is in another level, and that's how he kind of cut his teeth. Now he's doing it in a very different environment. And a 5 versus 5 for round 9. We start with some aggression from the CTs. They've taken control of the hut position and completely denying trophy control. That's an interesting lineup for Apex. He's got one for the smoke wall here.
I like this approach from ENCE, though. They're able to collapse on lobby relatively quickly here. So as soon as these smokes fall yard, let's see if the CTs want to push forward and take out the lobby defenders, or if they want to drop on back. But
ooh, 2 of them.
So when you lose one piece of the puzzle, you take another back, and lobby is a very powerful piece.
Yeah, the fact I'm seeing someone on the X-ray up on this roof.
You can hear him.
He can.
He dropped down past him.
Didn't see him. His teammate Will, though. Masuta just fell from the heavens. I want to see that one again. My God, is that a weird exchange?
He jumps down through the portal and disappears into another universe, it seems. Well, 4 versus 1, and Shox, he'll be left with an almost impossible task here. He's got to recover the bomb, find multiple frags, and he might not even check beneath him. Finds the first player, that's Sunny. And he's going to be finished off by Sergey there. This is looking very good for ENCE here, boys. I am excited for this breath of fresh air we're seeing from them. Jampy was the solution, apparently.
Renaissance.
Yeah, absolutely, that's true. And this is all down to, if you're just joining us, I guess we'll reiterate it one final time. That Sunny has had an interview with us beforehand, and Jampy is practicing with the team. X7 is just filling in for Road to Rio, but he said the team in general is feeling much better. X7 is playing out of his mind. Seems like pressure's been relieved there, and the team just looks great in general. They've managed to win Mirage convincingly. Now they have an 8-1 lead on Vitality's pick.
Well, it's very important to note as well with ENCE and their storied run at the Katowice Major of last year. They went from minnows to big fish, so all that pressure change as well. But right now, these Deagles outside, they're the ones feeling the pressure. Alu has his AWP trained, ready and raring.
Yeah, no armor on 2 players as well. Won't be a matter of the armor here, though. Alu will pick them off one by one, but they can find a kill here towards the AK-47, but still, it's all shut down as you'd expect. 5 survive here for ENCE. They are on an absolute tear right now. They've only lost 1 round so far. That was number 6. Came down to the 1 versus 1, and money starting to stabilize once again for Vitality. They're going to need 4 or 5 rounds here, and that's still a stretch.
Check this out, boys. This was the portal move. I've slowed it down to 50% speed, so you're going to see Sunny start to go up this ladder, and watch this. Here it comes. Nice and slow for everybody. Ooh, dead.
They didn't see each other at all.
And that was it.
So funny. Well, they'll have no idea, but we all saw it. 3 AK-47s on the CT side and a full buy for Vitality as well. ZOWIE with the AWP. Things getting desperate out there. The T-side AWP, not a high-impact weapon. He won't be having huge potency with this one, but there's only one player going to make it a secret for now. That segregates them. They are stuck there, but luckily the smoke will guide their approach, and it's a faster play down towards lower. Now, the grenade is just perfect. Lands
Isn't that inspired? You've done a molly to stop, to basically be respected behind the smoke, and you nade where they'll be waiting. Very nice use of utility. ENCE's Nuke's looking buttoned up.
Yeah,
polished.
This is hard, though. They have to defend the lower site with only 1 individual so far rotated down. X7 is going to have a lot to deal with here, boys.
1, 2, he's counting. 2 up window. He hears the scope and he knows there's 1 close. So he's got 3 in his picture, in his mind. Apex gets caught out, and now ZOWIE, where's the comms? His back was turned. Masuta down to half.
He knew there was a half-second window there before they could even communicate what was happening. He wasn't sure where he died from. A great swing from X7. The solo player down towards lower. It could be enough if the plant's coming through, but Sunny, he might be able to deny it. Oh, he wins the round regardless. It gets planted in RPK. He's so far removed from this scenario. He won't stand a chance, and it's down to X7 there. 2 huge frags. AK-47s across the board now as they post double digits. ENCE are looking rock solid out there.
They're back, baby. Get the finish flags out. Get in the streets after quarantine's over and run around like a bunch of bloody hooligans, because this is great stuff.
He just pushes the issue. I love the way X7 played that.
It was beautiful.
By the door, I mean, like, if they were to open that, it ends horribly.
Yeah, the doors swing open in his face as well. That's when it can get a little bit dicey, but that's fantastic because we know a lot of teams, and I push it on the broadcast as well, love to take control of window room
important
first.
Part of the
so
map.
knowing that, it's a great little reaction off the back of the protocols that teams like to go for here. Looks like some nades towards top site here.
Oh, now that's an interesting twist. Vitality have done the smoke that stops the AWPer from getting any info. And then doesn't
smokes, I think we
look
call
like
these
it's
ones.
going to be too much of an issue. Masuta's just gone straight through into the AWP and the M4 spray. In fact, X7 is the one that finishes it off. Closing the gap is ZOWIE. 2 and 11. It's time for him to wake up. And here's number 3.
Oof. There was a chance for another kill down the CT side, but RPK, that's a sitter. He walks into ramp. What was he expecting to happen there? 4 on 2, ZOWIE and Shox again with barely any utility. 1 smoke and a flash, 4 on 2. Running out of time and space at this point. 10-1 down, 4 on 2 in round number 12, and the bomb is down towards outside. Sergey confirms it, and he's looking for more and more kills here. Shox, he's got no chance.
Let's play Shark in the Water right now.
Vitality's map pick, by the way.
Yep.
T-side Nuke is where it starts, and that's the risk you have to bear when picking Nuke, is that you start on the attack. You have to have your homework done.
That was his opportunity there. ZOWIE, if he gets that kill, the 3-on-1, maybe it's possible. But at this stage, the bomb, bear in mind, is by T-spawn. It's not outside by T-red or anything. He'll have to get 2 kills, get the bomb, somehow still plant, and then win the round. Like, it's just not going to happen. He knows it. I know it. And I think ENCE know it as well. And they'll confirm it. 11-1, 4 players survived. They've got so much money, Chad. Everyone's in 5 digits but Ariel, who's shy by $200.
Yeah, but Henry, if I say 11-4, what do you say?
I say that's famously a difficult scoreline to convert into a victory, but we haven't got there yet. We've only got 1 round.
Yeah, I know, but this is where I get a little bit worried, right? Because if the foot comes off the gas just a little bit from ENCE...
Why has X7 got a biz on?
Well,
like taking his foot off the gas just a little bit.
You wanted to see more of the Bison.
I did, and it could be the perfect round. I don't know, partial buy. Maybe it's just a genius. I've been using this weapon a lot. It's actually sick now.
He's taken 64 bullets into the lobby, and, well, they don't do anything. In fact, Masuta's going to take his first double kill, and we're off to the races, folks.
So 11-4, anyway. 11-4
half.
It was 11-4 at the half, ladies and gentlemen, and, well, now
and Vitality have won the pistol, and they do convert. They lose the next gun round. My God, we're off to 11-11. Sunny, he does go down, and jokes aside, it is Ali with a 1v3. He could catch Apex here, but I don't think he's expecting it, and so adjustment will have to be made. Warning shots. Now all 3 of them know exactly where he is. He's trying to go through the smoke. Looks like he realizes and thinks better of it.
Go for it, mate. May
give
as well.
It a go.
At this point, give it a crack, really. Henry
Watch him
just...
wallbang Masuta straight through that CT vent. A quick scope. I'm feeling it. No, Woo. Looking for the info. How much ground has Alu covered? They don't have the answer. His jump won't give him either. But Apex is going to do it. Nice connect. And an AK upgrade. So lovely work. Vitality do manage to make it work with just pistols.
Well, that's just what the doctor ordered. As we mentioned, 11-4 is guaranteed at this stage, but we're hoping it's a fun route there.
Well, people, Henry, they got a little bit of an insight on our recorded cast, because obviously this game is already done.
Oh,
yeah. But seriously, there is a real good chance now that ZOWIE has the AWP that this could turn around.
T-side AWPing Nuke, though, it doesn't blow me away. Where does he go? Is he going to go outside and hope that Alu gives him the fight? Looks like that is going to be his mission for now.
Yeah, so it's the aim map smokes again, right? This allows him to have more of a linear plane to be AWPing through, as opposed to having to worry about top ladder, the windows, players behind CT boxes. He's able to just scope one up here and search for a duel, and they even isolate Sunny, so this is looking great.
Yeah, they've got a bit of spring to their step now. You can see it reflected on their play. Looking for that 11-4 scoreline. They've got a 5-4 to kick things off here, but Alu. Now towards Secret Steps, Sergey pushing towards Hut. Shox is watching this like a hawk. They've put the brakes on now. Vitality are waiting for reaction. They've certainly got it. Ariel surely taken down by RPK. Apparently not. No damage really inflicted either.
It looked like his crosshair was bang on as well. I think his just touch on the movement caught him off. They have got full control of Heaven, and Ariel, okay, interesting. He's going to fall out. He gets spotted from the rafters, and so now, don't pull the trigger there. And Sergey, unfortunately, didn't quite make the jump. Costs him his health. He's down to 58 and perhaps even the sound queue. So this does look very promising for Vitality.
Yeah, for Sergey, and knife out of running there, and it looks like the round is over. Round 15 coming up shortly. There'll be plenty of money for the likes of ENCE. Really winning this one, but seeing if they can upgrade to AK-47s. As the save, that would be something here, as Alu deploys a flashbang now. Looking to see if there's anything that could be done, if anyone will give him an opportunity. Same incendiary down, and Sergey's still on for this one.
They're boosted on the site. And he does actually get the drop off. He won't be able to get into the site, but they do manage to keep the T's responsible. And 2 players remaining. So you can see the kill distribution is rather bleak for Vitality, but this 15th round, this final one, the 4th on the board, would certainly set them up for a competitive second half.
Yeah, that's for sure. So their T-side hasn't been fantastic here, but if they close out 11-4 as predicted, not only will I eat my hat, it will look quite good for Vitality as well, as we'll see now the AWP for ZOWIE, the Tech-9s are out, the Deagles as well, a full buy for Vitality to close out his half. Same story for ENCE though. Single orb set up once more, but Alu's starting to drop off now. Can't find that 20 bomb. And see RPK funneling towards the ramp room. Good grenade, that'll do a lot of damage.
Great grenade.
Couldn't ask for more, but he still delivers more. Masuta goes down, and X7 descends to the ramp healthy.
That's perfect stuff from X7. He's dropped a nuke with a grenade down there. He's got the opening kill, dropped down towards lower. He's still got 100 health and control of the ramp itself.
Shox going for a solo adventure on red container. Is met by the AWP. Looking good for 12 here. ZOWIE hoping that the CTs look to retake ramp room, but they're actually going to be more than content. Oh, a real chance. Won't work out. Squandered by Apex. Bomb loose and quickly traded. That is all onto ZOWIE. with 4 left as well. The bomb is loose on the side. This looks just like a matter of time. He will have a duel onto Sunny. Good jiggle for the info, but yeah, not going to make that mistake. It's 12 to ENCE, 3 to Vitality. We'll see if the French can stand for a renaissance in the second. Crunch time now for Vitality as ENCE have managed to accrue 12 of the needed 16 in order to close this out in 2 on Nuke. And even better than that, it's going to be Vitality's turn on the CT side. So they have certainly got the best side to forge a comeback. They're going to be looking to get Shox online, though, in order to overcome, because ENCE, they haven't got a missing link just yet.
Yeah, if ENCE get this pistol, I would say call it done. They'll be able to close this one out. If it goes in favor of Vitality, however, I feel like 30 rounds is certainly on the docket here, but they've got 5 sets of Kevlar on the CT side. Now, I'm not a big fan of that. I do like the stickers, though. Nice creative stuff. And we are going to have HE grenade available for Squeaky Door. Smoke towards main as well. A very important pistol here. And Shox looking to challenge. And it will get a couple of kills here, no problem.
Lovely double kill from Shox, and he does come online, but so do ENCE into top site with now the man advantage. Misuta from heaven, he missed up the ladder. It cost him some health.
I like this from ENCE. Instead of panicking and thinking you have to go towards upper, they've got
Misuta! Yes, he gets the frag. His rotate was so fast, and now they have to descend. They have to find him. He was ramp room. That's the information they're working with.
Why did he plant in the open? I get it, but at the same time, I always get anxious to that ramp position. Misuta, though, he's got a chance here. 1 minute 10. Certainly looks good for ENCE. They're actually going to push towards the round. The window's not shut out, though. Well, that takes care of that. Just shoot it straight out. I guess he'll be aware of them coming for the bomb regardless, and he knows he has to be more active here. Spotted and confirmed towards ramp still. Alu will have him pinned down from the silo itself. And this is a little bit troublesome. They're not really working together right now. And that's going to be a great kill from Masuta, and he can go towards the window.
Wow, spectacular aim on this one. Looking to clutch such a crucial round of the game as well. And Alu spotted. This should be Masuta's. Couple of missed shots. So much time. He doesn't have to rush it. Neither does Alu, though. Bomb retrieved.
There's no way Alu's ready for this.
Pushing the gap is so smart, but he is. He's ready. And that's 13. The Finns find the pistol.
My heart bleeds for Masuta there. He did such a great job.
Yeah.
Fantastic shots. Didn't panic at all. Played it perfectly. As Chad said, it should have been his. I didn't see if Malo's POV, but it looked like he was looking at double doors. There should be no way he hits that shot, but he did.
This second frag from Masuta, by the way, love that. More of that, please.
Okay, so the only thing that really undoes Masuta in that situation is he's walking in with a left eye peek. But even still, I thought he did enough there. So the force buy will come through. But this is a last-ditch attempt. If Vitality lose this one right here, pack it up. The game's over.
And it's a great call as well. You know they haven't got the rifles at this point. You've done that in the vent, and you're normally getting wallbanged for the corner of the vent. So Sergey, using that information, the good spawn he's got.
Oh, no! Did they not call it for him?
Apparently not. He was a knife out, jumping towards window. Shox is down there, but if they lose this round, just to reiterate, it's pretty much done. They'll be eco at 14-3. And they'll have to force buy.
Wait, hold up. They might not clear Shox's position right now. They should be aware it's open. That should be a giveaway.
Couple of messy frags.
Yeah, this is not looking great. They're going towards upper, I would say, from the vents. And if they do that, call it done, but they're not going to watch their back, are they?
Oh my God,
They're
I've got a double. I can definitely not now. ZOWIE, he's turning all their attention out from the vents. Pop Shoxy with a hold of his mouse one. He only gets one.
Chaos.
My goodness. This, I mean, we said we were having fun because it looks different. It certainly looks different. And Alu now with the AK-47, a very winnable clutch here.
Yeah, very good chance on this coming up ladder. They might not expect it so quickly. One is isolated on the site, but he's at the Tetris position. Very hard to clear, and that's going to be it. ZOWIE takes him down, and Vitality steal one back. So, ENCE, it started well. They had Sergey down the vent. It felt like they had full control of the situation, but maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself there, pushing towards ramp. That opened the door for Shox to rotate down the vent. Apex followed on through, and that's where things started to get a bit scrappy. So,
yeah, a bit of a mess there. It was the perfect call, it seemed like, to go towards upper, but there's no one watching their back there. It's a little bit frustrating that they made such a brilliant call. This couldn't watch their back, and they're probably going to eco this one. I say that. PT50's coming out. Vitality right back in this game, and I dare say we're going the distance at this point. So Galil saved, and M4's purchased up.
X7 went all in, Henry.
Yeah, so I guess the rest of them are as well. They'll have to at this stage. Alu confirms it. And this is when you open the door wide open for Vitality.
I guess the other end of this story is ENCE steal this one back, and then that's even worse of a position for Team Vitality to find themselves in.
Yeah, so, but how do they, Chad? If you're...
A hard top here could be the play, right? You just have some good flashes. We saw it on the pistol round. They lost the opening 2 kills to Shox, but then they were still able to convert off the back of good utility. So there's a chance here. ENCE aren't done with this one just yet. Early nades. The CT's here. They've dropped one lower very quickly. Masuta with the trigger discipline, not wanting to start spamming when he saw the traces come on through. There's enough here for a set piece, Alex.
There certainly is. They want to perhaps flash aerial through ramp room. He is going to play lovely anti-flash, and he seems ready, but doesn't matter. He's been caught. And now Aerial lays down his life in order to flash his teammates into ramp room. Shox has rotated through lower as well to support them.
There's a big gap right now.
Yeah, Alu's done well to get in this position. He might be able to get the trade or the initial kill. Unfortunately, then it is the trade. That's a great shot, though. He gets him back in this round, but ZOWIE's going to get that frag, no problem. Shoxy looking towards the lobby, gets the kill. That's the hype draining as well. Sergey. Oh, that's not exactly... Oh.
Panicked a bit.
Definitely panicked. That was the moment. And he's fluffed it. 1 bullet left, down he goes.
Strange he decided to go into topside there, considering he had the bomb, he had the armor.
Yeah, just a poor decision, I suppose. ZOWIE will have 3 kills. Vitality are now fully online. This is what they needed after losing the pistol. It's the second round. Force Spider works out for them. Even these 1Ds from Mallow wasn't enough to get them the round. Full eco now. Round 19.
So they get 2,400 next round. There will be a buy coming out. But the reason this starts to get stressful is it is difficult on the T side of Nuke to be planning that bomb, to be stimulating the economy with the extra 800. Every opportunity you can, even if it's a 1-on-3 kind of scenario, you should be opting to get that bomb down. So they got it down the vent. There is a chance right now. The rotation from ramp hasn't come through. Maybe they get that extra 800 I was just talking about.
Oh, they should have a player like Masuta coming down. He's actually done very well to reposition. You can see he's actually hidden himself on the ramp side. So that was all intentional from Sunny to get the bomb planted. And there might be another kill. But yeah, he actually does very well to reposition there, knowing the tendencies of young Masuta, and gets the bomb down. And that's actually really required, considering they only get $2,400. As Chad stated into the next round, that's an extra 800 now. So they'll be cash rich going forward. So will Vitality, though. I feel like third map is very much on the cards, is what I wanted to say. So I feel like they've done enough here now.
Yeah, that was all it took.
It's convinced me that they can at least take us to 13-13. We're going to see double digits for Vitality.
No AWP early from ENCE either, opting to go with the 5 rifles. I'm curious to see if they think Masuta is a weakness at ramp and that's somebody they want to try and exploit. Or if they'll just go with their regular gameplay, if we'll just see more of, you know, the yard smokes, forcing CT rotations and seeing if you can get away with it. ZOWIE does have the AWP, mind you, so let's see how this one goes.
Okay, this time there's a fantastic incendiary to delay any sort of aggressive maneuver they were planning on going for. That smoke from Masuta, there's a gap that Aerial didn't quite get to exploit, but he's taken a lot of space away from them here.
You can see how frustrating that is. You're going to have to expend utility now to even get ramp control at the trophy room, because even if Masuda's not there, you have no information. But it is an all-in position, and he has overstayed it. You're absolutely dead on there, Chad. I don't know why he would. Like, for me, it's all about suggesting someone could be there, and the incendiary and ZOWIE, he misses the shot. Is that going to be enough, though? The follow-up wallbang doesn't connect either, so there's a window of opportunity for ENCE to get down towards lower, but they don't have to. They have left lobby open, sort of. Alu's towards squeaky door. RPK doesn't check it right now. They're suggesting they're going down towards lower. They still have 2 smokes available. Apex gets towards the window. He will be taken down momentarily. I would say it's going to be Sergey to pick up the kill. This is looking very good. Shox is the last line of defense, and he only gets the 1.
I thought he was trying to close the door initially, and then Shox was just waiting on the other side. It could have been so much messier. It still could be. RPK still alive, and he's going to send them and channel them towards the top site. He's aware of that, and so already rotating towards the heaven position. Alu has his number. He's going to have to opt for lobby.
Heard all this as well.
He has.
There's nothing he can do right now, RPK, even if he wanted to save.
It's not a position he can even pre-fire, really. No one will be there on the T side. Usually, it's a great spot from Alu. A very nice round from ENCE. 3 players survive. Money's still okay for Vitality. I said that bated breath. Shock certainly won't be getting his double AWP out. Auto shotgun for Apex.
Oh, Masuta bought it for ZOWIE. He dropped him the AWP.
It could be enough, I suppose.
So when you say he overstayed, you have no problem with Masuta deep smoking and pushing. He can stay in trophy behind the smoke.
That idea is if anyone does push through, you have the advantage.
Yeah.
The moment that smoke dissipates and you're stuck in that corner, you can't fall back.
It's a one and done.
Anyone's waiting in towards the radio room, they'll just take you out. And it's at most a one and done. If he even gets out, I would say a kind of guaranteed kill for the T side. If the smoke's out, I'm checking that spot, right, with a flashbang or waiting for the smoke to dissipate with multiple numbers, as they did.
So if they were just trying to force the issue, that's when you can exploit that position.
Sure.
15-second window, it's a small one. So outside smokes, and does look like they'll be walking into Shox's domain. I will remind you of how little utility they have. Typically, Shox could jiggle the corner, throw a molly, smoke it.
Exactly that, and he's got nothing, so he has to call for backup here in the form of the auto shotgun. Apex will be setting up the crossfire here. Not quite the same potency as 2 M4s at the steps. Shox actually falling back towards ramp.
Okay, this is a real problem right now if you're Vitality. They won't actually have the early warning system. They know RPK's cleared. Okay, where did that happen?
Outside, I think.
Now we have some real problems because the rotation can go all to the lower bomb site.
Oh, that was a big chance for Apex to take a huge rifle upgrade as well as a kill. Instead, it's a 4v4, and that's a huge shot. Aerial was fluffing around with his nades.
Yeah, they both were. Sergey was watching that spot as well. They seemed like they were daydreaming, but they didn't lose a player. And I don't know, Vitality, they're looking dangerous here. They're ready to pounce as soon as this bomb goes down. Aerial, low HP as well. Here comes the swing, and they're looking for instant kills if possible. They're going to find the first.
Yeah, there's so many more chances, and X7's fluffed his lines. It looked good for ENCE for a moment. Sergey to save them. Sunny too. Good spray into the first, and Sunny's caught another. ZOWIE can clutch this though, and with an AK, it's looking very positive. Where is that bomb planted? Wide, and the door flings open. Sergey throws bullets down range. His third kill coming alive when it matters. And just the last round heading into the corpse of the star player.
Ridiculous scenes here. The rounds are so scrappy
Yeah,
at
it's
this
threatening.
point.
It's threatening constantly.
It's giving me butterflies when I'm watching them. This must be a difficult environment to play in, but if ever you're going to close out a series, this would be the moment. You're 15-6 up, a map under your belt already. The money is broken for Vitality. You know they're going to be aggressive. They're going to be tucked in with the Eagles, seats heads. Can slow this one down. It doesn't have to be the rush, and we'll see what they've got in mind here. Leading off towards the door. They have been getting down that vent successfully. They've got the Mac 10 to do so, but don't fully commit. X7 just exploring his options here as Alu gets towards the main roof.
The calls have been really good so far from ENCE over both maps. Their T-sides, their strats, they've looked well defined. It's just some of these awkward mid-round decisions where Vitality are forcing the issue that is catching their players off guard. The scoreline 15-6, I don't think it shows how close some of these rounds truly have been. So here it's just going to be a slow crawl towards yard. You love this type of a call. They know they're just up against the pistols. If they can avoid the Deagle headshots, ENCE are on for round number 16.
Shox is trying to find a fight. He does fire off a bullet. Ariel's hunting him down, though, and Deagle bullets, or at least Deagle headshots, are avoided. Sergey and Ariel, though, definitely wounded from Shox's impact. X7 handling the lobby push. He's under a lot of scrutiny. He actually decides to get the hell out of Dodge.
Chugging away with the Mac 10. It does lead them to a 5 versus 3. 15-6. UMPs, P250, CZs up against a fully equipped ENCE here. There are a few low HP players, and RPK trying to stiff them out. He always looks dangerous. And will he commit towards T-Sport? X7 puts himself right in the corner, but of course RPK one step ahead of him.
They go lower, though. And that's not going to be too easy for RPK to get down those vents. He's considering it.
What are they up to?
Okay, so they're going to play the afterplan entirely from ramp. This is funky.
Yeah, they don't want to play close to the pistols. They know it's the low buy that they're up against here, so they're taking some room.
And that room is working out. It could end right here. From room to Masuta's doom. Sunny spraying through. Masuta's got no HP, and the flash pops, as does the map. 16, ENCE pop off. 16-6. That's a quick series right there. The Finns find a much-needed win.